Hello everybody, it is Dawn Patrick here, your local Lancaster, PA real estate agent, and it is Tuesday, and so it's a Tuesday 2-minute tip on St. Patrick's Day. I've got my Ireland green shirt and my earrings in check, so happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. Today's Tuesday tip, I want to talk about something that I've been seeing a lot of, and it's called as is. So if a seller is selling their house as is, what exactly does that mean? I don't know, because as is a really umbrella term for a lot of things that it could mean. So for instance, I've had buyers looking around and sellers have put their house on the market. Well, actually the seller has either been deceased or a power of attorney has taken over. And in the seller's disclosure, it's completely blank. And the only thing that's signed is the executor or the executrix in the seller's disclosure. So it's completely crossed out, all 12 pages of it, and the only thing that is signed is the executor or the executrix, because the seller's disclosure is a document that needs to be addressed by the seller and the buyer, signed by both. So if somebody is saying as is, what does that exactly mean? If you have a blank seller's disclosure, okay, you're selling the house as is, you don't have any information about the house whatsoever because they're the executor or the executrix that is signing that seller's disclosure. Okay, that's fine. So what else? Are there repairs that need to be done to the property? Who's responsible for any of the repairs? Are there inspections that the buyer is allowed to have on the property? What happens then? What does as is actually mean? And we have to be very careful and tread very lightly with this, because it has to have communication between the seller's agent and the buyer's agent as to actually what as is means, because it is such a broad term. So another thing besides the seller's disclosure is what happens when something comes back from the appraiser? What if the mortgage company says something needs to be fixed? What if the lender says something? Again, lender, mortgage company, same thing, says something needs to be fixed. What if the insurance company says something needs to be fixed? What if the municipality comes along and says, hey, you got to do this now? All things to consider, and something that should be addressed very, very promptly with your seller agent and or your buyer agent on both ends. So that's my Tuesday tip today. Be aware of the umbrella term as is. You want to make sure you have a very good agent who knows what that means and how to walk you through that. Good thing you know one. So if you need me, I'll be here. You know who to contact, and enjoy this beautiful Tuesday. The sun is out. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.